Hello and welcome to ATS. Today we want to talk about those of you who have bought a Smith Wesson Shield. Maybe it's your first weapon or you just are not familiar with the Shield, and you may have actually even gone out and shot it, but you haven't cleaned it because you don't even know how to take it apart or field strip it. And that's what we're going to address today, is how to break this down and be able to clean it. We're not going to actually do a cleaning today because that would take too long, but we are going to kind of cover the important parts of that. So first of all, we're going to remove the magazine, set that aside so it's nowhere near the weapon, and we're going to go ahead and lock it back and look inside there, and you can see that chamber is empty. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, magazine is out, chamber is empty. So you have to lock the slide back, and then you push this lever down like that. Okay? Down inside here, if you can see, there is a little lever right here that you need to push down. And let me get that down so you can see it. There. So it's this little lever. Let me get a focus on here. This little lever right here. It's actually green. When you get it, it's green. It may not stay green, but it is green. So that lever is down. Once that lever is down, then you can release the slide and pull it right off. When you put the magazine back into the magazine well, it will push that lever back up, and that's part of the safety system, which I won't get into right now, but you cannot take the slide off until you lower that. So now your bottom or your lower is done. So then you take your slide, and all you have to do is pull back on this spring right here and then lift it out. And this is a dual coil spring, and it is capture, so it's not going to go flying anywhere. Just set that aside, then you push your barrel down, lift it up like this, and it comes out. Now this weapon is not dirty, but I just want to go through the steps with you on it. So what you're going to need some cleaning patches. You're going to need a brush and a jag, and the jag is to push the patches through the barrel. And when you push anything through the barrel, whether it's the brush or the patch, you always want to push it from this end, not from the muzzle, always from this end. Okay? Because the front of this is called a crown, and if you nick that, that's going to affect your accuracy. So that's important for that. So then you're going to need a nylon brush like this. I prefer the nylon, and you're going to need some kind of a cleaner. Now I use Ballistol. And get that around here. There's a million different cleaners out there. This is a cleaner, a lubricant, and a protectant, and that's what I love about this. So what I'll do is I'll spray some onto the brush, and I will scrub inside here and all around there, come in here, clean here, and I will hold it like this, and you want to make sure that you do not get any lubricant and stuff down inside of here, because that'll get down inside your firing pin chamber and it'll start gumming up, and that is not good. So you want to make sure you keep that clean. Now what I do is, this is your extractor right here. Let me see if I can get a good shot of this. You see that little claw right there? That's called your extractor. And what that does is, after you fire it around and the slide comes back, that claw will grab onto your spent case and pull it out. And then it hits the ejector, and it throws it out the side. Well, you need to make sure that you keep this clean. And what I do after I've got some solvent in there, I'll take a toothpick, and I'll run it in and out of there and scrape it really good to remove any buildup inside that. Because if this gets built up with carbon, it may come to the point where it's not going to grab that case and pull it out. the spent case. And if it doesn't pull out the spent casing, it's going to try and load another round behind it, and you're going to get a double feed, and that's not a good thing. So remember to keep this clean as well. Now the other important thing is, see if I can get you to see this right here. This area right here is the bolt face. Let's see, maybe this way would be better. Okay, so you need to clean this area, but what you want to do is, you see the firing pin is right here. So you don't want to get any solvent or cleaner, anything down in that chamber. So you want to hold it up like this, take your brush that's got cleaner on it, and scrub it this way. And that will let any excess oil or cleaner fall downward and not back into that pin. But the very first thing you'll do when you take it apart is you take a patch before you do anything else. You'll take a patch and you'll just wipe all the loose carbon everywhere. Here, in here, down inside here, everywhere you can see anything, clean it with a dry patch. And then, again, put the solvent on your brush and clean your rail. And then on here, I would clean up in this area. Very lightly clean here. Just be careful for any springs or anything. You don't want to pull in any springs. And then when you're done, I'll take 1 drop of oil, very small, and put it on, let's put this down here. There's a spring right here. I'll put a drop of oil on that spring. And there's another spring right here. I'll put a drop of oil on that one. Just a drop, not too much. You don't want to gum things up. And then once you have this clean, I'll put a drop of oil on the rail, another drop here, and a drop, maybe 3 drops across here. And then when you put your slide back on, it's going to spread all that out. So then I will put a drop of oil right about where this ridge is, and then just take my finger and smear it around, keep it away from the front. So then you're going to reassemble. You drop the barrel back in, like that. Let's do it this way. Drop the barrel in, pull it back. Then you're going to take your recoil spring, and this thin end goes in the back. So you want to stick it in here like this, and pull back until it seats in. Okay? Now, the other important thing is when you're cleaning, this plunger right here cannot get gummed up. That is part of your drop safety plunger. So you want to make sure that you don't get any oil down in there, and you want to make sure that that moves freely. Okay? So to reassemble, you're just going to stick it back on like that. You're going to pull it back and lock the slide like that. And then you're going to pull this back up and then let your slide back. And now you are good to go. Okay? You have to have a magazine in order to fire it. So you want to make sure that you use an empty magazine to do that. And then you're ready to go. So you can also put a drop of lube right on the top here and smooth it around. And as you rack the slide, that'll also lubricate that area. So that's basically how you break down and reassemble the Smith Wesson Shield. You probably don't have one of these on your Smith Wesson. This is a charging handle that's made by a company called Recover Tactical. And what I love about it is it gives you a way to grab onto your slide this way. Also helps you lock the slide back. Gives you extra grip that you don't have with just the serrations in the back. So anyway, that's how you clean, or at least how you disassemble, clean and reassemble your Smith & Wesson. I will leave a link in the description for the charging handle if that's something you're interested in. And if you enjoy the video, go ahead and click like, click subscribe, leave any comments below that you might want to, and we'll talk to you soon. In the meantime, shoot often, shoot safe, and God bless.